Y'all, the party's over. I turned 41 on Friday. July 4th was my birthday, but the party's over now. Now I'm just 41, but it's still my birthday month. So we're still enjoying that. Thank you guys so much for allowing me to have so much fun for my birthday. It was such a freaking blast. Like, just sharing the birthday shenanigans with you. I had one of my beautiful good friends who came to visit with her daughters, and anyways, it was really exciting. So I had a great birthday weekend, and now I'm like, I miss my people. Hey, Sarah. Hey, you guys. So anyways, let's do some makeup for the day. I have not done my face, so I'm going to do it here with you. I'm going to put the thing, if you want to get a free color match for this makeup that I use, I'm going to show you how I build my palette, and then you can just comment match and I'll color match you or whatever. June was a great month. We had a great sale. The customer appreciation sale starts, I think, what is it, tomorrow or Wednesday? Anyways, it's free gift with purchase for the customer appreciation, so I'm really excited. I'm using my disco ball palette. I'm going to start with contour, which is usually how I start. So I've usually by this time I've done my moisturizer and my SPF and all the things. Hell yeah, we're still rocking life, girl. I'm about it. I'm 41 now. It's fine. Okay, so this color is called Fiji. This is actually a highlight color, but I'm using it for contour. This is actually a foundation shade for some of my black customers, some of my darker skin gals, and I use it as a contour, which I think is kind of cool. So this makeup is really versatile, but I like the tone in this contour. I think it's really pretty. Not as cool as the typical contour that I use, but it always ends up really, really pretty. So like when I use my regular Astoria color, and this is where you can kind of have fun. Like I'll color match you to the appropriate shades, but you can kind of choose. See how that one's just a little bit warmer than this one? This one's cooler. And it doesn't, like, you can choose what and how you want to use it. But see how it's just a little cooler? Nothing crazy. You can kind of have fun with it. Hey, Quimby, I had a great weekend. It was actually really relaxing. It rained a lot, but we went to Dave & Buster's and had a great time there. So it was really fun. Maria, so for the sunscreen, I use my SPF as a primer. I use the Alastin. I'm running out of it. I want to use it till it's gone, but this is the more kind of on the more expensive side. So like Alastin's really good though. So it's one of those things that's like worth it. But a budget friendly option is the Glow Screen. This is SPF 40. So you can use that too. And, I use that as a primer under my makeup. It works like a charm. Okay. So this is my contour. I just use the detail brush. Look, line, a little bit up here. You don't have to do it up there unless you really want to. And then, so that's the darkest shade. So that's the scary shade. Then I use my brightening highlight. These are all little magnets. They're $16 a piece. And all the palettes are magnets. So you choose whatever palette you want and then just go balls to the wall, whatever. Same brush. I'm just using the other end and I'm sweeping this like it's a powder. And I'm going to sweep this into this little under eye area here to get a little bit of brightness. I like how these shades. Oh, thank you. Yes, it's my whole birthday month. Please say happy birthday all month. I like how this makeup is like everything's a magnet, so it doesn't fall out. Like you just put them in there. It's pretty funsies. Okay, so I'm just putting a brightening highlight here. It don't gotta be fancy and perfect. I'm just scribbling like a toddler taking a crayon to a wall. You know what I mean? Naomi, this is an 18 palette, so it'll hold 9 of these on this layer and 9 on this layer. I usually do my creams here and then I put my eyeshadows because they're powder with my setting powder and I put it on this level. So it's really, you kind of choose. If you don't fill it up, you can always add more later. So don't feel like you have to fill it up right away. Do you know what I mean? Okay, so brightening highlight here. So I like it to be really bright in that center T-zone inside your scuba goggles. Okay, so that's my brightening highlight. Then I'll put on my main shade. So This is Golden Hour. So these are my main like foundation, concealer, contour, right? So I'm doing this today in one layer. You can do this however you want. I'm not your mama, but this is kind of the concept, is that we're doing one layer of makeup. So we're adding colors instead of layers. Like we're not doing layers upon layers upon layers and stacking makeup and creating all this texture, right? So I'm literally just like coloring this on my face. And it's not like it's cream makeup, but it's not like a wet cream. It's like a very, see what I mean? It's not super wet. So anyways, these colors will melt onto your skin. So there's 11 ingredients in this makeup. this makeup that doesn't exist. There's 11 ingredients in this makeup. One of them is beeswax, which is really good for your skin. I tell you guys all the time because it's hydrating. So even if you have mature skin, get the makeup because it's very, very hydrating, very good for your skin. So what I do is I put on my 3 main shades. This is my foundation, concealer, contour, basically, right? So when you comment match, I'll send you my color match form. You upload a selfie, and then I'll reply with your color match, like a dashboard. I made it real pretty. Anyway, so I'll send you your main shade, which is like your main highlight, a brightening highlight, and a contour. This is where all my colors go. Okay, so this is, you can do it as much or as little as you want. You can build it, whatever. Now I'm going to take this. I'm going to use this blush and bronzer brush. See how it has like a dense kind of stiffer end, and then it's got a fluffier, longer end, right? So I'm going to use the denser end, and I'm just going to press this in, like not swirly whirling or mashing and like stirring it and making chocolate milk on my face. I'm just kind of pressing everything in. So what'll happen is the heat from your skin kind of softens your makeup a little bit, and it'll blend it really, really pretty. It's really nice. You'll love it. Thank you. Alani, my best friend had come over. My best friend is Tiffany, Nail Junkie 615. She does all my custom press-ons. She came to visit me a couple weeks ago, and she taught me how to make my own. So I actually made these. Aren't they so cool? For like the 4th of July. I had way too much fun creating my own press-on nails. Anyways, that's her business. So if you want press-on nails, just Nail Junkie 615. She's amazing. She can customize anything. Okay, see how these colors are like, we're not mashing and swirling them all together to create this mixture. We're just keeping all the shades where they are and just pressing them into the skin. Thank you, Lonnie. I'm very proud of them. I'm not someone who's super creative, so I was like, oh, I'm a Pinterest fail kind of girl, okay? But I did not fail here. Anyway, so these just kind of melt into your skin. Now, the longer it sits on your skin, the more melty it'll be, and the more it just kind of like, the finish just gets more and more beautiful. Thank you. It's my birthday month. It's my birthday month. I'm 41 now. I had, everyone's like scared of their 40s. I'm not. I was like, 41? All right, bring it. It's cool. It's been a good year so far. I'm grateful the Lord has blessed me, and I think he'll bless 41 also. Okay, so as see how these colors are kind of like, ooh, and it's kind of weird. I just kind of press them in. You'll see it melt. You'll see it melt into your skin. Hey, Jennifer, how are you, my friend? It's so good to see you. Oh, and today is Monday, which means there's a new episode of The Dating Detectives, my podcast. Hi, Riley. Good to see you, sweet girl. The Dating Detectives is my podcast. We have a new episode every Monday. So if you haven't listened, go listen. It's really good. We always have the most amazing guests that come on and share their stories of dogfish and scandal and con men and liars and whatever. It's mostly women. We don't get a lot of guys that tell their story. We want them to, but they don't. I used this makeup for the first time on the 4th. I was visiting my family. I walk out. My mom says, "Can you wipe some makeup off your forehead?" Oh, bless it. Yes. Oh my gosh, Jennifer, same. Like, just enjoy the whole process of like aging. I'm not scared of it. It's been wonderful. I still got a whole life to live. You know what I mean? Yeah. Thank you for listening to the podcast. We're actually recording another one today, but there is a new episode out today. Some of the the episodes just keep getting better. Like more and more people are willing to share their stories of, things that they've experienced. And I think it's crazy. Oh, Tracy, you 50? Good for you, girl. I would have never known you were 50. I did not know. Naomi, you didn't do it bad. The other day, I didn't blend the contour under my lip, like, and I've been doing makeup for 20 years. Like, do you know what I mean? It's fine. Like, it ain't a big deal. And what's great about this makeup too is if you put too much, or if someone says, hey, you got a little contour, just go back in and blend it some more. There's no alcohol in it. It doesn't evaporate. So you're not just left like, you know what I mean? With like splotchiness. Just go and blend it a little more. Sometimes we miss it. You know what I mean? It's fine. We're only human. What do you do? This makeup is buildable and you can add more. You can create more of a glam look or fuller coverage, whatever you want. Brandon. Jessica, this is the glow screen from SPF. This is SPF 40. That's the one that I like. But if you're like, if you're someone who's not afraid to like splurge on good skincare, Alastin. Alastin is a really good skincare line. It's more, this one's like $70, I think. This one's lasted me over a year. This will last you 100 years. So like, this will last forever. But this stuff is good too. And it's like, I think $28 or something like that. Oh, Tracy, same. I'm just grateful for every day I get to wake up. The Lord giveth us another day. A good primer for textured acne scars. So if you are someone who has texture on the skin, you can use the one that I really like for textured skin is the Benefit Porefessionals. It's like a little bit of a cream, but it's not super heavy or super thick. So that's one. But I always like to opt for the spray primer instead of a cream always. But I think for me, I feel like it's a matter of the dimension that you create with the makeup to kind of hide the scars. So it's never going to get rid of the texture, but the way that you apply your makeup can make the texture seem like it's less apparent. Do you know what I mean? So like if you, like a black dot on a white piece of paper and all you can see is the black dot, but when you add dimension and structure everywhere else and really pretty colors, it's less obvious, right? So that's kind of, my take on it. But if you're trying to, like, most of the time when people try to cover texture, they create more texture with the makeup. So, but I think lighter products that you would think, you'd be like, oh, this is too light to cover my texture. I say, do this. If you have texture on your skin, add more dark for the contour. See how it like enhances that, it enhances the dimension on your skin, and it takes away from how obvious the texture is. To use darken eyebrows. Kendall, so you can use your contour shade, you can use any of the eyeshadows. There's so many different options. It just depends on your preference for like how dark you want your eyebrows. But there's a lot of really good, most of the time, Trust, the eyeshadow color called Trust is a really good one. And some of the darker contour shades like what's it called, the Indigo is a really good contour shade to use in your brows to kind of darken them. Okay, so for texture girlies, add a little bit lighter brightening highlight, a little bit darker contour to make your makeup not stacking to try and cover the texture. Nothing is going to cover that texture ever. I don't care what anybody says. Nothing short of Scalpel and some Jesus is going to, there's nothing. But you can make it look a little less apparent and kind of take a little bit more pride and hold your head up a little bit higher if that makes you self-conscious. You know what I mean? Okay, so if Indigo makes them red, then definitely use a cooler tone. Like use the Trust or use, if Indigo makes them red, you can try Cola. It's a little bit darker, so you'd have to go lighter with it. Or you could try Astoria and see how that does. I would just play with the different shades and see what you think. Or just text me a selfie and we can like talk about it or whatever. Okay, so foundation, concealer, contour. As light or as heavy as you want. Go light at first, or else you're gonna be like, what have I done? You don't realize how little of this, how little product you actually need. Okay, so foundation, concealer, contour, and yes, for mature skin ladies, listen, I know I just turned 41. I'm in my 40s now, and I can honestly say that this makeup is so great for your skin. It has improved. My skin is better now at 40 something than it was in my 20s. Like, seriously, it is so good. And I'm someone who I didn't really take care of my skin. I was like, tan but Jesus, no SPF. Kendall's doing her face makeup. Okay, so foundation, concealer, contour. Now I'm going to add bronzer. Yes, less is definitely more. I love bronzer, and I'm going to tell you why. Bronzer, I feel a lot of people are scared of bronzer. With bronzer, it's dark, but because of the cream makeup, you can apply it so lightly. The finish it's not as heavy. Like, it's not as the opacity is different, right? So when I apply bronzer, I go here on the tops of my cheekbones, right? So where that contour is really cool, the bronzer is really warm. So it creates like a warmth, like a vitamin sun, right? And I go a little bit here on the tops of like the high points of my forehead. So imagine the sun is falling down on your face. It's falling on those high points, right? So the bronzer, it looks like a lot. And you're like, ooh, that's really dark. This makeup doesn't blend. There's no alcohol in it. So it doesn't like stain your face and make it like really, really like literal. So with this makeup, it melts into your skin and kind of like think of an ice cube on a countertop, right? And the ice cube's on the countertop, and as it hits room temperature, it starts to soften and it starts to spread out and it starts to melt, right? That's kind of how this makeup works on your face. Like, it heats up just a little bit, but the heat from your skin will kind of soften it, and it just kind of sits and moves with your skin. So there's no like sitting on top or like staining like typical, I guess, traditional style makeup. So it's not a powder, it's not a liquid, it's just a really light cream. Not super heavy, it's just really, really pretty. So it acts like a second skin, and it feels like a second skin. So you have that warmth, you have the cool, and you can just like do whatever you want, right? Then I add my lip and cheek colors. They vary. Like, listen, I like some variety. So if you're someone who's like scared of lip and cheek colors, or you're scared of different colors, try the same, especially with there's the 50% off stuff, like the last chance stuff that they put on sale last month. Some of them are still available, and I think they're leaving them on the website until the end of July. So they're 50% off, so get them on the cheap if you're scared of them. These two colors, this is Pink Lemonade and Strawberry Shortcake. I've been using these together, and they're really pretty. So if I take a pink color like this that a lot of people are scared of, I'm not a pink girl for blush. I like a nudish kind of blush. But I've been stepping out of my comfort zone, and I'm putting these two colors together. So this is Pink Lemonade and Strawberry Shortcake. These are both in the 50% off thing online right now. So I mean, get them on the cheap. But anyways, adding some of that pink has really kind of like brought out the brightness in my skin, I think. And it's been really pretty. And I love the nudes still, but when it's bright and sunshiny out, I just feel like, I don't know, it just feels like brighter and prettier, and I don't know, I'm not scared of it anymore. And that's because I was trying to encourage you guys to use it. And so when that happened, then I found myself kind of stepping out of my own comfort zone. So you guys have inspired me so much. Okay, so foundation, concealer, contour, bronzer. This is my blush. You can use these on your lips. They're all the same ingredients. Strawberry Shortcake, Huckleberry, and La Cienega. Oh, I bet that was pretty. I love that, Sarah. I love it. And I love when you guys are brave and like mix the different colors together, because they can be really pretty. Like, they can be really fun. That's what I'm saying, Naomi. It looks bright. It looks scary. It looks like a clown, and you're like, ooh. And then you put it on and you're like, oh. Well, that's not crazy at all. And that's a lot of these colors. And it's the ingredients in the makeup. Jessica, they haven't sent it to me yet, but it's called Jelly, and I can't wait to see it. It's brand new, so I have not seen it yet. But I'm really excited. But I think they're sending it to me, so I'm excited to see that. And then the bags, they're doing the free shade with purchase and the free bag. Hold on. So they gave away these bags, but it's going to be black, not green. So this is it's like a velvet monogram bag, and it's got this thing. So this is the free gift with purchase, except it's going to be black. So the green one was for the holidays, and they'll be giving away the black one. So that'll be the free gift with purchase. So I think the customer appreciation sale starts tomorrow, of course, on Prime Day. Hold on. Hey, Chrissy, it's so good to see you. Let me see. I want to check real quick. Ew. Stand by. I want to make sure. I think it's tomorrow. Jessica, it's the 8th or the 9th. So it's either tomorrow or Wednesday. Maybe it is the 9th. I can't. It's not working right now. Anyways, yeah, I think it's tomorrow or Wednesday, and then you'll get the free gift with purchase. So I'm really excited for that. And make sure you're in my beauty group on Facebook. It's Freedom and Beauty VIP. Make sure you're there so I can, because I usually update that pretty frequently, as much as possible. So yeah, be in my beauty group. I'm brushing on some more. I'm a bronzer hoe. I try to tell y'all. Anyways, so, okay. Foundation, concealer, contour, bronzer, blush, lippy, whatever. Another option, and this is something else that I do, illuminator. This is glow. Let me try one that's a little bit lighter, because I know that you guys like the lighter shade. So I'll go with this one. Yeah, rose gold. Chrissy, I did. My birthday was so good. It was so relaxing. Everybody's like, what do you want to do for your birthday? And I'm like, nothing. Literally. Shut up and leave me alone and let me take a nap. I don't nap, but I just wanted to chill. So one of my best friends visited from Iowa with her daughters, and they're 15 and 19. They came and visited, and it was amazing. We went to Dave & Buster's. We played the arcade. It was so relaxing. It rained a lot, but we were able to sit outside by my pool, and it was really, I'm so blessed. Like, it was, I'm kind of a couch girly. Like, I'm not someone who has to go out and party. Like, I did a lot of that in college. It caught up to me, because now I'm like, don't make me go anywhere. I'm lucky if I get outside and get some vitamin sun. Anyway, so we just hung out, and the Lord bless us with a beautiful day. How about that? Every day we wake up and there's another day. What a blessing, right? So anyways, the sun didn't shine all the days, but it did shine at least a little bit for all of them. So it was nice. My assistant has her little baby here, so I didn't turn on the timer, but we have a 15-minute timer, and every 15 minutes we drink our water. So right now we're just guesstimating. Excuse me, drink your water. People come to me and they're like, oh, I wish I could do my makeup like you. I wish my skin looked like yours. Do you drink your water? No. How do you wash your face? Dove or Zest fully clean bar soap. And I'm like, that's why. Anyways. Hi, Barbie. Hey, Ken. No, I'm just kidding. Hi. Anyways, okay, so foundation, concealer, contour, bronzer. You guys, just comment match. I will tell you what shades to get. I match like 100, give or take, women a day, okay? So please, like, don't trust strangers on the internet. Trust me. I feel so shitty saying that, but like, trust me. Okay, this is a cream illuminator. This is rose gold. I don't mind the markers on my fingers. This is a cream illuminator, and I'm going to pop this on the tops of my cheekbones. Okay, so I have a good example of something to show you with creams. I have these little guys here, these little visitors for this is hormones. And this is like pimples that like I picked it because I pick at my face. Anyways, I don't want to put something that's bright and illuminating on that. So I'm going to keep the bright and illumination on top of that. We don't want to put illuminators on pimples or wrinkles, anything that we want to like enhance. We don't want to put illuminators on that. So I'm sitting on the high points of my cheekbone, avoiding this guy, and I'll show you how to color correct that. Okay, so this is my cream illuminator, but one of the shades that's actually on sale, the 50% off stuff, y'all, they're still on the website. Go get that. I don't know what the hell y'all are waiting for, but it's still on sale. It's in the last chance freaking option, the last chance folder on the website, or just comment shop. Just comment the word shop. I'll send you the link to the website. But anyways, the powder illuminators are there too. So this is the cream illuminator. The powder illuminator I'm going to put on the second level because it's a powder. So I'm going to put all my powders, so all my eyeshadows and stuff. Okay. So the powder illuminator is kind of the same as the cream, but it packs a little bit of a bigger punch. So I'm going to use like a fluffy brush. Like I just use this for the rest of my face. I'm going to sweep into it lightly. If you have a heavy hand on this, you're going to look like Rainbow Bright got gangbanged by a bag of glitter in Michael's department store. And it's going to be a lot. Okay, so little tiny bits and okay, like that. Like, just a baby. Little bitty bitties. Little bitty bitties, okay? Little bitties. Hot as H here in Pico. Hi, Mary. It's good to see you. Okay, so this is the powder illuminator, right? So, like, packs a little bit of a bigger punch, and then wipe off the rest on your eyelid, like I do. Get a little bit of that shimmer, just like a peekaboo. And then you can still do eyeshadow, but wipe off the rest of your brush on your lids just to get that little pop. So see that little glow? Like, oh, you're 41? No way, because you're so glowy and your skin looks so hydrated. But it's my makeup. It's the makeup. Anyway, so if you're new, comment match. I'll tell you what shades to get. If you're not new here, go get the shades that are the 50% off. I'm telling you, nobody believes me. Everybody's like, that can't be true. Yeah, okay. You're right. I'm lying. Go get the freaking shades. Anyways, okay. So foundation, concealer, contour, bronzer, blush, lippies, whatever. And then, by the way, this was on sale, but it's not. The diamonds are forever. The current items that are on sale in the last chance folder on the website, they are going away because Saint hates us. They hate all of us. They said, we're taking these away. We're being punished. I don't know why, but they're like, oh, the last chance to get these. They're 50% off, so they kind of love us, but also they're taking them away, so we're being punished for sure. But I'm hoping that means we'll have new releases come September. So really excited. I made 4. Now I need another. Tracy, just tell me what size you need, girl. You know what? I'm going to message you, Tracy, because I'm going to send you one. Don't worry. Don't go buy another palette. I will send you one because this girl, she gonna be homeless, but she gonna look hot. She ain't gonna have no more money to pay bills, but she gonna be looking hot as hell, homeless, living in her box. Don't spend all your money on the same. Okay. You'll crack me up. I need setting powder. Y'all are insane. I love, everybody's like, I need more makeup. And new customers are like, I don't know. I don't know if I should buy the makeup. And then they buy it, and then they're like, here's another order. And I'm like, y'all are wild. I'm telling you. But listen, some people say it's a problem, but we could be addicted to meth. Okay, we're not, so it's fine. Okay, I just put my setting powder in my palette, and you can arrange these however you want. Like, you just, it doesn't, it's fine. And then I just kind of dust this in my T-zone. I just used this in my powder illuminator, so probably make sure you dust it off pretty good, but it's fine. I don't give a crap. I eat off the floor because boy, mom in 5-second rule, or 15-second rule now because of cost of groceries. But anyways, I don't care if things get a little mixed. It's fine. I don't care. I need backups to my backups to my backup. I'm telling you. So maybe this is operator error. Wait, what, Naomi? We need to stop sniffing the Saint powders. I'm telling you, because we're all addicts. But you know what's fun is that, because I feel like, for me personally, listen, when I was 300 pounds, and I felt like the world I'm gonna cry. I felt like I didn't belong anywhere, and I felt like everybody hated me, and my whole life people treated me so poorly, just mainly because of my weight and my looks, right? Nobody cared that I was a straight A student, that I was kind to people, that I was philanthropic, that I was, doing all these great things. Nobody cared about all the great things I was doing. They just saw that I was fat and ugly, right? So I never had any confidence, and every time I tried to date somebody or find somebody nice to spend my life with, they would, treat me poorly. So anyways, I know, right, Sarah? So anyways, when I went through all that, I thought my worth was zero. My value was zero. Nothing. Nail Junkie. Hey, you guys, we were just talking about the nails. You do press on nails, and I was saying that I made these. Tiffany made these blue, or did I make the blue ones? Tiffany made the blue ones, but I made the tie-dye ones. Anyways, so if you want custom press-ons, excuse me. Hey, friend. So anyways, I know what it's like to not feel confident, right? So, excuse me, when it came to like makeup, I was like, I'm not scared of shit. Like, I will put any color on my lids. I don't care what y'all say. Challenge me. I want you to like be like, oh yeah, I put these two together. I'll do it. It might not look great, but it's the application will make it look like fine, right? Oh, it's true. Well, first of all, good for you. Losing 200 pounds is a huge feat. So good for you. I hope you're proud of yourself. But it's true. People are so much nicer to you. Before I send out more. Oh, Naomi, I'll message you so I can help you with that. But if you're seeing your pores more or your texture standing out more after you apply your makeup, it's either too light or too much. Usually both, but most of the time it's too light. So we can shade up in that area. The darker you put a shade, like I use this really bright color called Linen in my T-zone. But if you have a lot of texture here and lines or whatever, like pores, we might want to darken that so we can shade up and use much less. The darker you shade up, the less you can use and the less texture will be seen. But I can help with that, Naomi. I'll send you a message. Okay, so anyway, so I started doing makeup and I was like, I don't care. I'm just going to have fun with it. I wanted to use it as a mask. So I wanted to use the makeup to cover up the fact that I was ugly. And when people would say, oh, your makeup looks so beautiful, number one, they were recognizing my talent, right? They started recognizing my talent for how well I can do makeup. And number two, they were giving me a compliment, like, oh, your makeup looks really good. They never said, oh, you're so pretty. It was your makeup is pretty. So anyways, that's why when I started doing like crazy colors on my eyeshadow, everybody's like, wow, that's really pretty. You should teach people. And I'm like, who's going to listen to the ugly fat girl, right? Naomi, if it's your first time, too much. I use too much because cream makeup, you're like, how do I fucking use this? But anyways. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Tiffany, I need to collab with you because I need everybody to see your office. Her office is so cool. It's full of cats. You guys are gonna love it. She's got these really cool, like funky cat pictures. I'm obsessed. Anyway, so when I started doing eyeshadows, everybody was like, I could never do those colors. I used these colors together this weekend and everybody was like, no, like people were shitting their pants. They were like, you're gonna use those? Go back and look at my post. My makeup looked good. My makeup was red, white, and blue, but it was gorgeous and it was not literal. It was very pretty. It was everyday. Any woman could wear it and it was good. So if I must say so myself, not to mention, if you're new here, this company called Saint that I sell this makeup for, S-E-I-N-T, Saint, it's a custom, like one compact makeup situation that I'm obsessed with because I feel like it helps women learn to do their makeup better. So anyways, it's like customized, just comment match to get your shades. But whenever I started using the Saint and I started putting on the makeup and everybody was like, oh, well, that's really good. And now I sell more eyeshadows than anyone in the company by double every single month. You want to know why? Because my girls, my audience who follows me, y'all decide you're going to step out of your comfort zone. And everybody started being like, oh. And so I was like, yeah, I'm trying to tell y'all, but nobody listens to me, but I'm going to try and tell y'all. Anyway, so there's these 50% off shades. I'm telling you, if you just get the shades, like everybody's like, blue eyeshadow, what am I going to do with that? Put it on. I don't know what to tell you. And so like there's so many different ways to apply it in a way that doesn't look crazy. So go back to my post from like it was like I think I did a static post of my eyeshadow looks. And I was like, I'm posing like this and like this. So you can see it from all the angles. And it looked really pretty. And I'm telling y'all, listen, my girl, that's because you want to know why, Sonia? Because my audience knows that, number one, I'm an idiot. So they're like, I'm an idiot too, so I'm going to follow you. But also, like, my audience knows, okay, these colors aren't literal. So anyways, I like to match my outfit. So this is a shirt. It says, long live cowgirl. I'm not a cowgirl. I never listened to country music a day in my life. But I got some new boots. I have new boot scooting. New boot. What's it called? New boot goofing. Like the guy from, what's that show with the cops and the funny Reno 911? Anyways. What brushes do you use? So it depends on what kind of eye look I'm doing. I use Saint brushes because I sell the Saint product. So of course I use the Saint brushes. But do you have an eyeshadow brush over there? Or did you, oh, you put them all over here. I use the Saint brushes, but I'll be honest with you, with the, thank you, with the powder products, you can kind of, I say you can use, if you already have brushes, use them. With the cream makeup, so like with your face makeup and everything else, get one of the Saint brushes because none of the other brushes are dense or, so you see how like these bristles are kind of dense and when you press them down, they don't really move, right? That's because they're dense. So they're dense enough to blend in this cream makeup. But with the powder eyeshadows, you can kind of cheat and use your own. But if you like a whole set, like to have matching brushes, like if you're ACDC, OCHD like me, then probably get the Saint brushes. But I just make sure you have one that's kind of fluffy, one that's kind of dense, and make sure you have one that fits your eyeball. So if this brush is overwhelming, like you wouldn't use this brush to put on eyeshadow, right? Because it's too big. So if your eye is smaller than this, then maybe try a smaller brush. Like you might have to use a brush that's like, let's see. You might have to use a brush like this guy. See, he's like this and he's a little bit smaller and he's a little bit more detailed, right? So make sure you're using a brush that is appropriate for the size of your eyelid. So what I like to do when I do eyeshadow, we're going to do the 50% off shades because I want to encourage you I know y'all are scared of the shades. So we're going to do the ones that are cheap because if it's 50% off, it's basically free. It's a giveaway. So go get them. Anyways, this color is called Paris. She's 50% off. I'm using my dusty brush. I'm going to use this pink as a base. So this is just like a light matte color for the base of my lid. Bop, bop, bop. This is a really light color, so I'm just kind of all willy-nilly, right? Oh, William-nilliam. You guys, if you're new here, this is the Saint makeup. Just comment match. I'll tell you what shades to get, and then you can like text me and we'll talk about like eyeshadow shades or whatever. Like I'll help you put together some combos or something. Okay, so this color is called Paris. Pink, bright. She's not scary. See what I mean? She looks pink and you're like, oh, I'm not going to do pink. Yes, you are. Put it on. It's free. It's not free. It's like 50% off. Girl math. Carry the one. It's like free, basically. Anyways. And then I want to use a shade that, number one, I want to use something that pops. So let's use this shade called Winterberry. These looked stupid when they first came. I'm like, why are we marbling eyeshadows? But then I put it on and I was like, okay, I'll shut up now. I'll take a seat. Anyways, this color is called Winterberry. She's 50% off. 2 ways to do this. You can use a fluffy brush for this for a really light shimmer. See, super light, like just kind of don't make it so that the bristles are and then all the powder. Have you ever think of like a chalk and it's like a powder or like a pile of flour, just like whatever, and you put a brush in it and then it all goes everywhere, right? But if you lightly tap into it and lightly tap it on whatever, then it's really pretty, right? Hi, Christy. Yes, 50% off equals free. Girl math. Duh. Hey, friend, thank you for commenting match. I trained the Instagram, so you'll get, the Instagram looks for the word match. And so if you comment the word match, it'll send you my color match form and then you just send it over. But I personally look at your picture and I will look at the shades and help you make recommendations and then text you and you can text me and then we're best friends. And then, yeah, and then we can, I love how, I think the reason that a lot of people tap, blend up to Jesus. Yes. I love how people get like, they're like, wait, you texted me back? And I'm like, what? Do we have such bad experience with customer service that people are surprised when I text them back? They're like, whoa, you actually texted me. That's how horrible it is. And I don't, my customer service, legit. I don't want nobody to feel like crap. Because I know what it's like to not have that confidence. And we're not doing that here. If you hear, we're not lacking our confidence. We have our confidence. Drink your water. I don't know if it's been 15 minutes. The baby's still sleeping. I'm not turning on that timer because then that baby wakes up and she starts crying. That's going to be y'all's problem. That's her problem. Christy, that's a good point. So yeah, because you're well known, right? Like, yeah, I'm well known, but also, excuse me, I'm a human, and we all shit our pants the same way, you know? Like, there's, I'd assume you'd hired assistants to handle. Don't get me wrong, I have help. Like, there's a whole team of assistants I hired to help me with, like, the business, like, the back end side of stuff. But the only reason that I got well known or became an influencer was because I actually make connections that are special to me. Like, oh God, here we go. I'm gonna cry. I'm not on my period, y'all, so this is genuine. Gather yourself. I feel like I became friends with the people here because when I first showed up online, I was like, oh, here we go. These bitches are going to make fun of me for being fat and putting on makeup. And they did, some of them. But then, like, y'all came in droves. Like, think of, I don't know, 10 people that are mean to me. I had, like, 1 million people who were like, hey, girl, like, we're friends. And it was really nice to have genuine people, strangers, that become, like, your best friends. That's what's been really cool. And so the first woman that told me, oh, like, I've never felt so pretty, all because I showed her how to use makeup. Ever since then, I was like, okay, the Lord has a purpose for this big ass mouth. I don't know what it is, but he got a purpose for it, so we're gonna use it. Anyways, okay, I'm gonna cry, so we're gonna get added emotional. Okay, so Paris and then Winterberry. So she's a little bit of a shimmer. These are 50% off, so it's basically free. I don't know what to tell y'all. Get the freaking colors. So now let's add. Let's see. We're gonna do something that y'all don't. I think that's why these are on sale, because y'all don't use these a lot. This color is called Eve. And I think online, like, they don't look real. I put a suggestion in the suggestion box, but don't nobody listen to me. I said, hey, these colors look stupid online, but they look better in person. Nobody listens to me. It's fine. And then Saints, like, we don't care. They didn't say we don't care. They just didn't acknowledge me. So listen, I don't make the rules here, okay? I just show up. I want to show you. Let's use a brush like... Here, this guy. This is what I did with my red, white, and blue that made it not so crazy. Where's the color I just had? Here it is. So this is called Eve. Hey, Rachel! Oh my God. Rachel was here this weekend with her daughters, and it was amazing. Chrissy, thank you so much. That makes me feel really good. Thank you. Hey, thank you. Sparkles with coffee. Ugh. Coffee nasty. Find someone else to match it. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I will totally match you. Anytime y'all comment match, I'll send you the color match form, and then we can like text, or you can just text me directly. But coffee is so gross. So if you're new here, don't be offended. I just don't like coffee. Okay. No, if you comment match, like, I got you. I absolutely love connecting with you guys. Okay, so this color is called Eve. And we're doing a lot of pink. That's just the color I'm wearing. This brush is the what's this one? The lash brush, because this one goes through your lashes. It has a really small, dense end. You can see it stained from where I used that blue this weekend. Check this out. If you take a dark color like this, tap and blow, get off all the excess, right? And take this right here, kind of in your outer lash line, and just kind of scoop that brush along the lashes, right? So just kind of make sure you're on the root of the lashes. Don't go above, because then you have that crazy line, like, where you can see skin in between the eyeliner and the lashes. Oh, excuse me. I drink your Red Bull. That ain't water. I'm just telling y'all. But anyways, it made me burpy. Anyway, so I'm coming out into this outer pocket, right? And then I'm just kind of like dumping the rest of what's left over on my brush into that outer pocket. So this is a great use of the dark without being obnoxious, because I know y'all be jamming them brushes. Make me want to beat up grass. Some of y'all. I seen the way y'all jam it into your eyeball. Look, don't bend the bristles. These are dense, like they're not made to bend, or else they would be bendy, right? So I'm just like pulling this into the outer corner. So I just lined my lashes with it, kind of out, and then depending on your eye shape, you can do this like differently, right? Okay, so now I have that pigment in the outer corner. See how it's like dark, but it's really not scary, right? So I pick up quite a bit on that dense brush, and I'm going to use it here. If you try to line the root of your lashes and then just kind of like pull it And then I'm going to come in this pocket. See that pocket? How when I mash it in? My toxic trait is thinking I'd look half as good as you. Girl, you are insane. So no. You're not comparing yourself to me or nobody else, because you are beautiful just the way you are. You are fearfully, wonderfully made, girl. You are beautiful. You know, You know what? I'm glad you said that, because that's one thing that we do a lot of is compare ourselves to others. Have you ever found yourself in the comparison trap? I do it too. Y'all, I have millions of followers and people, they're like, oh, you're so pretty, whatever. And you get compliments a lot, but first of all, I got trauma for days. I lost 170 pounds over the course of the last 3 years. And but for the first 40 years of my life, I was treated really poorly. So that don't go away, right? So I compare myself too. And I'm constantly reminded that we all have our own beauty, and it's not going to be like someone else's, but you don't realize how the people we're comparing ourselves to, they got some skeletons and they got some trauma and some drama that you don't want no part of. So you compare yourselves to others, but you have no idea how many of the people you're comparing yourselves to, they cry themselves to sleep at night for reasons you don't ever know. Do you know what I mean? So just know that you are exactly the way you're supposed to be, and you never know when. I was comparing myself to other people, and then I didn't realize that people were actually looking up to me going, gosh, so when you're looking up to other people, wishing you were like them, just know there's people looking to you, wishing they were more like you. So just make sure you're setting a good example for the people looking up to you. Do you know what I mean? We do. Everybody's got their own insecurities, but if I can show up every day, that very first woman who said, I've never felt so pretty because you made makeup easy to apply, because I explained it like an idiot. Listen, if you're dumb, I'm going to teach you how to apply makeup, because that's the way I need to learn things, is like I'm 5. Explain it like I'm 5. Okay, that's what I have to do. Anyways, and so that's the way I explained it, and so it helped her out. And I was like, that one woman made the whole difference. She's the reason I kept showing up, was because and I was like, well, she said that, I can't stop. I guess I got to keep going. So then I felt kind of not obligated, but in a good way. I was like, wow, I feel like that gave me some purpose. So then I kept showing up, and then wouldn't you know it, I've inspired thousands and thousands of women now. So you never know how one thing that you do for somebody can really impact someone's life. So just know that, you can, it's easy to say, oh, I wish I was as pretty as that person. But when you look in the mirror and you realize that the beauty is yours all along, you know what I mean? Then that's what's going to rub off, and that's going to be, we call it contagious. Tracy, that's such a good point. If someone else talked to us the way that we talk to ourselves, we'd be like, you ain't talking to my friend that way. So now, anytime I say, oh, I'm so ugly, in my head I go, girl, don't talk about my friend that way. You know what I mean? So if you wouldn't allow someone else to talk to you that way, or if you wouldn't talk to your younger self that way, you know what I mean? Don't do it. Okay, so I just put that darker shade. See how I lined my lash and pulled it into the pocket of that outer corner? I have a hooded eye. Many of us have hooded eyes. It doesn't mean you're old and wrinkly, whatever. Young ladies have hooded eyes too. So that means that this part of your eye hangs over the lid. Okay, so a lot of people, most women, don't put color up here because they think if they bring their eyeshadow up here, it's going to look more heavy. But actually, scientifically, the bright comes forward. So when you don't have any color here, that's what makes these look heavier. So you want to add color here. Think about cutting that hood in half with color. So if you cut it in half, right? So we're going to take some color up onto the hood, and we're actually going to cut the hood in half. So if you it's just an illusion. You cut the color in half until there's less of it, right? So now it's going to look less heavy. So same color. I've already put a majority of the dark here. Oh, she took a good nap. The baby took a good nap. She's 5 months old. She's so cute. Okay. I'm going to use a different brush. So this brush that I used on my lid is flat, and it covers the whole lid, right? And I was using those light colors on it. I'm going a little bit darker, and this one is more tapered. So it's going to fit in this a little bit better. It just has other eyeshadow on it, don't worry. This is tapered to fit in this crease. Hey, Sheena. Oh my gosh, it's so good to see you. Kim, I always love when you pop on. Thank you for coming to say hi. Okay, just the tips. So pick your 5 favorite bristles. Those are the guys that we're going to use, right? Tap and blow. We're going to tap this guy right here in this outer corner. So we're going to deposit that pigment here. And then the residue on our brush, we're going to bring it up onto the hood to cut the hood in half. So we're just cutting the heavy part of that hood in half by adding color to it. A lot of people think by making it darker, you're going to make it heavier. But by making it darker, you make your eyelid appear larger and the hood appear smaller. Girl, 65 pounds, that's a big deal. Like, good for you. That's amazing. That's like, you should be so proud of yourself. I hope you are. I'm just adding more. So these colors are buildable. So don't be scared to build them, but start really lightly. And see how I'm not bending one single bristle on my brush? I'm just tapping the pigment up onto the hood so that when I open my eye, that pigment shows. So do you see how now that color's up there? You can still see the color over here. This is just really heavy and kind of hanging over. So this is Eve. These are the 50, I'm only using 50% off shades because I'm like, you guys are scared of the colors, but if they're cheaper, maybe you'll buy them and try them. And then you'll be like, oh, like this is not a shit show after all. And then you'll be like, oh, Mackenzie was right. And I'm not always right, but maybe, you know. This is Eve, and she's like a little bit of a shimmer. This is her literally. That's Eve. That's a swatch. This is what people are scared of, is the swatch. This is what I want to show. Putting the shade, dab, dab, dab. And I'm just tapping. Everyone goes add to cart. I'm telling you, this is why I sell, I pride myself on selling more eyeshadows than anyone, because, and I asked corporate, I was like, how many eyeshadows do I sell? Like, just curious. Like, if me talking about like using your scary shade, like, is that resonating with my audience? And they're like, oh yeah. And they sent me the report and they're like, holy crap. Like, you sell double. I sell double the eyeshadows of anybody in the company, even like the top seller. Like, I'm actually, okay, so a little secret. So we had a really good sale at Saint, right? And for the first time I've been selling this makeup for 3.5 years. I sold more makeup than anybody in the company in June. Anybody. Usually I'm like the second or the third. It was like, and I was like, my fucking girls rock. Like, I was like, my customers are amazing, because that tells me that you guys saw what I was doing and got inspired and got a confidence in you to add it to the cart. And then now it's just a matter of, let me show you how to use it. And so the reason I share that is because, like, okay, so I earn a commission when you guys buy makeup, right? So I want to sell the makeup, sure. But I'm not driven by money. Gifting is my love language. So I get a bunch, I give it away. Like, that's, you know what I mean? But what's cool is that I'm someone who thought, I don't have any value. I don't have anything to offer anyone. And everybody told me for years, you need to make videos online. And I'm like, who's going to listen to me? And now I have women that I'm like, sharing these products with, and they're looking at me going, oh, maybe I can. And so I'm giving hope to women. And for me, I see these hundreds of thousands of dollars in sales, and I'm like, that's how many women were inspired. That's how many women took a chance on themselves because I inspired that. And so it's like, as a private investigator, I've been a PI for 20 years. You sit in a car doing surveillance. Like, nobody gives a crap. You don't get no rewards, no promotion. You don't get none of that. So there's no, like, it's rewarding, I guess, like, whatever. But with this, it's like, I get to connect with women, and the Lord is using my loud ass mouth, my voice, in ways that I never anticipated. And so, like, I get the joy of, like, talking to you guys every day and, like, saying, like, oh man, I tried this and I feel really pretty. And then it encourages them to try more shades, because I'm like, get the freaking scary shade, the one that you think is like, oh no, that's crazy. Get the scary shade. And then they do, and they're like, oh my gosh. Anyways, that's why I think it's the coolest when people trust me to buy makeup from, because how cool is that like you can actually inspire someone. So I'm kind of like, I've never had like a group of girlfriends like this. So you know what I mean? Like, I've always been kind of the outcast. Like, nobody wanted to. Anyways, now I get to be someone who inspires. So I think it's really cool. Thank you so much. And I usually, every day, like, I wake up like this. Like, this is not coffee. Like, I'm drinking Red Bull now, but I don't drink coffee or like this. Like, I wake up generally, like, I have a cheery disposition. And so it's been such a great honor to like share that with you guys and just really connect with women that I thought I was the only one in the world who like felt ugly. And then I started connecting with other women and they're like, oh man, I feel really ugly. And I was like, you too? And so then it became like my mission to like, no, we're done being ugly. You know what I mean? Like, this is not, like, we are done being down on ourselves. And like, that's why my business is called Freedom in Beauty. So like, number one, my birthday is 4th of July. So duh, freedom. But I know Rachel's like, even in the morning, Rachel stayed the weekend with me, so she knows in the morning I'm bubbly. Freedom and beauty, because my birthday's 4th of July, but I feel like when I think of freedom, I think of what's pretty to me. I've always been trying to, I'm the black sheep of my family too. Lisa, that's me too. When I think of freedom, I think of what are we doing to like, imagine I've been 300 pounds, like for a while, like 250 to 300, right? And so looking at what society was telling me beauty was, I literally could not fit into those standards, right? Whether it's the clothes or whatever. So I was just doing my best to try and fit in anywhere. And so I was like, well, but that's not even my style. What is my style? And then I was like, the freedom for me, the freedom and beauty part of freedom and beauty, the freedom part is, like you deciding what's beautiful. Like people say, oh, what eyeshadow should I wear with my eye colors? I don't know. What colors do you like? Because scientifically, I don't do science or math, but scientifically, like on the color wheel, that is a scientific thing. There are certain colors that make certain eye colors pop, right? But I always say your makeup or your confidence walks into a room before your makeup does. So if you have green eyes, that makes, if you wear like reds or like rich purples, whatever, that'll make it pop, right? But if you don't like those colors of eyeshadows, your head's going to be held a little bit lower and it doesn't matter if you're wearing the colors that make your eyes pop. If your eyes ain't popping, your eyes are going to pop when your confidence does. So who gives a shit what freaking color you wear? Grab the colors you like. Also, if you are someone who wants those colors, then fine, but don't feel like you're a slave to it. You know what I mean? Like you have the freedom to decide what beautiful is to you, period. I don't give a shit what anybody says. Like, I don't care what Cosmo magazine, the experts, and there's experts. There's people that literally go to school for fashion. They understand like darks and cools and tones and, you know, color science, and they understand this and they understand the placement of makeup or whatever. But it's you. Like you get to decide that. You know what I mean? Anyways, I'm preaching. My mom's a pastor, y'all. So I get it from my mama. That lash brush that I use for here with the darkness, see how stiff this is? It's not very fluffy. I'm going to use this same color. Yes, it's a shimmer. This is that Eve color that I used here. And just tap it here. Just on the roots, like nothing crazy. And this, if you are one of those girls, especially if you're one of those girls, I was born in 84, so I know some of y'all are here, that use the black eyeliner underneath your eyes as like a security blanket. Y'all know exactly who I'm talking about. Y'all know. This is a great alternative, and I would like to encourage you to try it and see if it doesn't give you that security blanket, but also kind of like make you see that it's not like you ain't gotta, you know what I mean? Like we're gonna brighten it up a little bit. So excuse me. These are the colors that I used for my eyes. See, they look like, oh, pink and it's Barbie, whatever. Look, it's not crazy. See? And then these are the shade, like everything's in one. And then you just use whatever brushes you want. Really, really fun makeups. If you're new here, just comment match. I'll tell you what shades to get. But also, y'all can just text me and be like, hey, will you help me find some eyeshadows? These are the kinds of colors I like. And I'll tell you what colors that I, like for me, that I know go together. I've done weddings, I've done proms, I've done headshots, I've done engagement pictures, I've done bachelorette parties, I've done makeup for a ton of events. I know what I'm doing. I'm not the best. Obviously, I'm not professionally trained. But I think that's kind of better because it's more about like that feeling and that artistic creativity as opposed to what the textbook says. So I personally think that's better. And I haven't gotten too many complaints yet. So I feel like I kind of don't trust strangers on the internet, but also trust me, I guess. But I can help you. If anything, trust my desire to help you find your confidence, because I know what it's like to not have that. And I'm sick of it. I'm sick of society and the internet telling us, you know, what beautiful is, like what's pretty and what we should be doing. And I'm just kind of over it. I've been over it. Is Ryan still sleeping? I think my son's still sleeping. It is 12:18. He need to get his little ass up. Every night he says, Mom, I'm gonna pull all-nighter. He's 11. Mom, I'm gonna pull all-nighter. He's asleep by 11:30. It's fine. And then he'll wake up and stay up. He'll watch a movie and then he'll be up till like 1:30 and then he'll fall back asleep. He ain't pulled an all-nighter once in his life. He's been saying it 25 times. I'm gonna pull an all-nighter. Whatever. Anyways. I'm sorry if I missed anybody's comments. I try to catch them all. I've used Saint for almost 10 years when they launched as mascara. Watch you makes me want to try to accentuate and not cover. So yes. Thank you so much. That makes me feel so good. So the whole thing is, when I used to wear makeup, I used to wear it as a mask. I wanted to cover my face. I wanted that full coverage. I wanted to cover my face. Now, now I just want to enhance. I took a shower yesterday and I air dried, so my hair's looking a little crispy. I'm going to do the waver. So I try to not put heat when I drip. If they take away Drift, I'm quitting, and I will march my happy ass on up to Utah and storm the gates of Saint, and we will revolt. Tiff, that sucks. Like, I was the black sheep in my family because, like, I'm a Christian girl, but my dad's family was very, very religious, and so they're always like trying to pound it into our heads, like. And I was like, I'm already here. Like, I'm already a Christian. I'm baptized. Like, I love the Lord. Like, you don't have to be mean to me. Like, let's calm down. And so I was the one who had the loud mouth, and everyone's like, oh, there's Mackenzie. And then I would get good grades, but talks too much, like on report cards, you know what I mean? And so I was like, that's Mackenzie, like always talking. And so I always, like, everybody came down on me because they didn't care what I was doing. I was just, Mackenzie needs to lose weight. My grandparents got me Cheez-Its and low-fat Cheez-Its and apples for Christmas one year, and all the other kids got toys, okay? And then it was always like, oh, Mackenzie got good grades, so she talks too much. Like, no one could ever just see, like, the good in you, right? So, like, I'm the black sheep. Like, I'm the one that's, like, everybody was like, okay. My brother would be like, just say okay. And I'm like, no, I'm not just going to say okay. He's like, don't rock the boat. I'm like, oh, I'm not rocking a boat. They rocking a boat. I'm just helping them. Like, it's like, It's terrible. Oh, Sheena, you lost 42 pounds. I'm so proud of you. Oh my God, that's so hard. You guys are amazing. Black liner and silver shadow. Oh, yes, 100%. We didn't sleep. Rachel came here for the weekend. She didn't sleep at all. Like, she didn't sleep. Oh, by the way, Bad Gal or Benefit sent me this. Where is it? The Bad Gal Bang mascara. And I was like, red mascara? That's so stupid. Nobody's going to do that. I've never seen anybody and any, like, whatever. I've never seen any influencer using this because it's red mascara. Hello. They sent it to me for free. I wasn't going to buy it, but they sent it to me for free as, like, in, like, like, hey, you're an influencer, like, whatever. And I was like, yeah, no, that's never going to work out. And I put it on and look. So if you're scared of red mascara, green eye girls, do this. Brown eye girls, maybe not. Only because if you have brown eyes, sometimes anything with, like, reds and pinks can make you look like, you know, child in the 1800s with influenza. You know what I mean? Like, it's just whatever. But there are some brown eye girls who can wear it. So try it, but most people can wear it. I like my blush to look like I'm Cyndi Lauper. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. I love ladies like that. I heard that talking too much is possibly ADHD issue. No, 100%. Are you new here? I mean, welcome to the Mackenzie show. What do you mean? Is this supposed to be a mean comment? Because you're right. You new? You must be new. It's fine. You rocked a boat. I'm gonna row the oars. No, it's true. They can't, nothing, no one can see past your weight. It's so stupid. Anyways, okay, so my lips are usually pretty neutral, but with the sale, the 50% off, there's another shade I want to show you guys too. I'm just wondering, did someone just really just come on my live and say talking too much is ADHD? Welcome. Welcome. Oh, this one. Welcome. Anyways, this one's Lavender Sky. Is she purple? Look. No mean comment, not new, just on here. It is my business account. That means I am ADHD. Oh, good. Okay. Yeah, because if you ADHD, then we understand. Listen, my ADHD is bad. When I was on surveillance, my ADHD was nothing. Like, it was mind numbing, and I could just go do surveillance and whatever. But Lord, when I started doing this and I had more things to do, oh boy. Sheena, shut up. Are you serious? I love the ones that criticize you when they have their own issues. Do you know what I mean? Anyways, all I'm saying is, if you are someone who is self-conscious or insecure, or you don't know how to do makeup and you want to, please trust. I hate saying trust me. That sounds like, hey, little girl, I got candy. Get in the van. Trust me. I'm not a stranger danger. I'm not a creep. Come get in my van. It's weird. It's weird saying it. But anyways, don't trust strangers on the internet. Coming from your favorite PI, but also it's fine. By the way, I cannot tell you how many presents I got from followers this weekend, straight to my house. Not even my PO box that I have on my thing, just straight to my house. And I'm like, good for them. Everybody's like, what if they know your address? What are they gonna do? You could drive by a house and know the address. I don't understand. Do you know what I mean? What if they know your address? I guess bring it. You don't want to bring it here. You do not want to bring it here. Listen, here in the South, 2A, baby, bring it to my house. This is Mr. and Mrs. Smith up in here. So come to my house. I want you to. Anyways, that's all I'm going to say about that. But who cares? Someone knows where you live. Anybody can Google your address, but good for y'all. Looking up my address and finding me and just mailing me shit. Because presents are my love language. If I saw you in a white van with Saint makeup, I'm totally getting in the van. I'm just saying, don't trust strangers on the internet, but here's me. Hey, little girl, I got candy. This is so stupid. But whatever. What do you do? I just hate, when you see someone, trust, QVC or whoever, and they're like, look at this great vacuum cleaner, and it does this, and it'll do flips and handstands and all this stuff, and you're like, that's cool, I want a vacuum cleaner that does handstands and shit's glitter, right? And so, I was like, that's really cool, and then you buy it, and you're like, this is garbage. This is not a handstand. This is, barely this is look what I could do. You know what I mean? And it's nothing until you get really mad. And so, that's how I feel a lot of things online are. It's you buy crap that's it's not really what it says. But the good thing is that when you buy makeup from me, I'm here every day. All you have to do is say, Mackenzie, I got my makeup and it's not doing what you said. And then that's when we text and we talk and I'm like, oh, try this, or this isn't working, or maybe I sent you the wrong color. I don't know. Do you know what I mean? But anyways, it's me. Oh, Tina! Bless your heart, Tina. I love you. Even when I was 130 at 5'8", I was told I was fat. Oh, Tina, I'm so sorry. That's crappy. People suck. Makeup and snacks. Yes, did y'all see what Lindsay sent me? My friend Lindsay sent me this. Might be makeup, might be snacks. And she's right, because this is what my purse looks like. I'll show you every time I have girls carry a purse. It's always loose jelly beans, a lippy, and a palette. And then my debit card. That is literally what my purse looks like every time. And a portable charger, because I'd be on my phone a lot. But anyways, that's me. Literal makeup and snacks. Anyways, we could chat all day, but we all have stuff to do. But if y'all want to get color matched for makeup, just comment match. I will tell you what shades to get. Please don't be afraid to try new stuff. And especially with the 50, like these are all 50% off shades. And look, it's pretty. It's everyday wear. It matches my outfit. Whatever. Do you know what I mean? Like, stop giving a crap what other people think and do what feels pretty to you. You know. I hope I didn't miss any comments. If I did, I'm very sorry. But anyways, try this. Look, it's pretty. See what I mean? And then the red mascara. What'd I tell you? I'm telling y'all. I'm gonna learn you. I'm gonna teach y'all the things. And then the colors that I used this weekend, go look at my post and you'll see that. You'll be like, what? She put blue and red together. Oh my God. And then you'll be like, oh, that actually looks really nice. And then come Labor Day, you'll be like, that Mackenzie, she did that red, white, and blue look. We're gonna do that today. And then you're gonna be like, she was right. And then it's gonna be a whole big I told you so session. It's fine. Anyway, I guess that's it. Y'all, this baby's so cute. I wish I could bring her on this internet machine. I don't trust some of these people, but she's the cutest thing. Who's ringing my doorbell? All right, just in time. All right, I gotta go. Love you guys. Bye.